Ready? Good afternoon, everyone. Would you like to take your seats? Thank you. Huh? I don't know what that means. But... We'll start off with 109. 3. Oh, boy. 109. Yeah. And after 3, 1, 2, 3. Before my soul had a prison, I might praise His name. Righteous shall comfort me about, for He has dealt bountifully with me, with me, with me, with me. Before my soul had prison, I might praise His name. Righteous shall comfort me about, for He has dealt bountifully with me, with me, with me, with me. For my soul hath risen, I might praise His name. Righteous shall comfort me about, for He has dealt bountifully with me, with me, with me. Sounded good. Go to 211. I keep falling in love with Him. And after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. I keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. He gets sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between the Lord and I. Keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. I keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. I keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. He gets sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what a love between the Lord and I. Keep falling in love with Him over and over and over and over again. Go to 418. He's the Lion of the tribe of Judah. You only seen the top one, don't we? So it's the top bit. Do that a couple times. 3. And after 3, 1, 2, 3. He's a Lion of the tribe of Judah. He says to God, thanks and them. Now He is our light and victory. The strength in time of weakness, and time of time of storm. Oh, is the hope of Israel. He's the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Jesus took our chains and them freedom. Now He is our hope of victory. The strength in time of weakness, and time in time of storm. Oh, is the hope of Israel. Go to 505. Peace I leave with you. I'll get up to stand up for this one, please. Over meeting in word of prayer. And we get Scott there to over meeting in word of prayer first.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Therefore, Lord, we made heaven and earth. We come unto you this day to ask your blessings that you promised us in your word. We ask you to allow our heart to be open to your word, and that we can press on towards the prize of that glory in Jerusalem in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Praise. Amen. And after 3, 1, 2, 3.
My peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let not your heart be sad, but rather be glad. My God, come back to you. I'll pray the Father for the Comforter, the Spirit, the truth, so that you live in me and I in you. So don't be afraid. My peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let not your heart be sad, but rather be glad. My God, I come back to you. I'll pray the Father for the Comforter, the Spirit, the truth, so that you live in me and I in you. So don't be afraid.
Like 86, go to the last one now. 5, 4, 3. Great and mighty. Who's on the second meeting talk? Chris. Awesome. Just twice during hand over to Chris with the word. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He. Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He. Lift up His banner and His anthem we sing. Praises to our King. Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He. Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He. Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He. Lift up His banner and His anthem we sing. Praises to our King. Great and mighty is the Lord our God. Great and mighty is He.
Thanks, Ben, and hand over to Chris.
Afternoon. I've got to talk about splitting things up and joining them together. And what's that? We start off in Luke chapter 10, verse 17. It says that the 70 returned after being given commission with the gospel with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And Jesus said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So I looked into lightning, and it forms in a cloud with a positive charge and a negative charge. And they split up in the cloud, and then when they join together you get lightning just connects with the ground. So, but in America, they got problems with the, well, they said they've got problems with the Russians influenced the elections and the social media, and they say that the Russians promote the positive and the negative in society. So it's like they join the positive and the negative together, so that people can't tell the difference. So it's like it makes confusion, like. So in Matthew 25, verse 26. Says that this is the parable about the talents, where you have to invest or well, you have to invest it, like. But in verse 26 it says, his Lord answers and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. And straw means to separate. So to like kind of winnow the wheat from the chaff. But that's what you've got to do to with society, like, because it makes confusion because it's all joined together, like. So in Matthew 24, there's a lot of scriptures, but Matthew 24, verse 29, it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So I looked this up in Genesis chapter 1, where the sun and the moon were the first mentioned. And it says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And the light, and God called it the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. But then in where is it? On the fourth day, God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. So the sun and the moon were used to divide the light from the dark. So it's like, I'm not sure I can understand it at the moment, but I didn't understand it when I read it, like, but it makes the darkness and the light not you can't tell the difference between them, like. So I've got another scripture now, Psalm chapter 74. Psalm 74. Sorry about this, there's a lot of scriptures, but I'm a bit of a scribe or something like that. says in verse 8 that they've said in their hearts, let us destroy them together. They have burned up all the synagogues of God in the land. And it's like in this psalm, the psalmist says that in the synagogues they had opposition, like, and then in verse 9 it says, we see not our signs, neither is there any more prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. And then in verse 12 it says it changes, like, because David remembers the God, and it says, for God is my King of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength, and breakest the heads of the dragons in the waters. And that was to do with Egypt. So where they were in bondage, like in Egypt, the synagogue was making them feel that they had no prophet, or they couldn't read signs or things. And then David, well, the psalmist remembers that God brought them out of Egypt, and that's that one. And another one is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. No, chapter 4, sorry. Chapter 4. And verse 7 says, then I returned and saw vanity under the sun. So it's like David, Solomon saying that when he says he returned, it means to retreat. So, and then he says, there's one alone, and there's not a second. He had neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labour. Neither is I satisfied with riches, neither saith he, for whom do I labour and bereave my soul of good? This also vanity and it's a sort of veil. So the way I read it was that where he says there's one alone, it's like being joined together, because the word translated to be certain. So it's like when you're certain you got no brother or son or children, but it says in verse 9, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for the labour. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. So it's a bit mixed up, this talk, but I'll get through it, like. But and then Ecclesiastes chapter 12. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. So the light and the dark be joined together through neglect, because you don't remember your Creator, like. And And but to split things up, you can see them in natural things, because in Psalm chapter 8 verse 1 it says that O Lord, our Lord, how excellent thy name in all the earth. So I seen God in our garden, because there was a blanket of weeds, and I had a hoe, and I hoed out the weeds, and then I thought if I could hoe out my spiritual problems, because I've got disorder in me thinking, like, but so in nature there was an answer, like, but I haven't managed to how my spiritual problems yet. But anyway, and then it says that if you enter into a house to preach the gospel to them, it says let your peace come upon the house, and then if the Son of Peace be there, your peace will remain with them. But peace means to join up, and I was talking to my mum, and she was saying that she believed in God, but I said to her, you can be healed of, because she got a bad back. I said, you can be healed if you believe, and but she didn't believe. I knew that, like, and to make peace in the house, you have to separate the unbelief out. So that's what I was doing. That was my aim, to make peace. I wasn't saying that if you listen to me you'll be healed, or I wasn't lifting myself up in that way, but I was aiming for peace, like. But another testimony is when I had I got muscle stiffness from the medication I have. and I went up to the prayer line, and it was John Bovis in the prayer line, and I said to him, I've got stiffness and aches and pains, I said. And then he said, well, you're probably getting old, or something like that. But I led him into believing that, into believing that, like. And but what it was is I got it was the medication that was doing it. So it says in it says not to it says to if any two of you agree on earth as touching anything, it'll be done in heaven. So I got the opportunity in the fellowship to speak to Maria, and I said to her, she took me a photo, and I said to her, when you look at the photo, remember to pray for me. And then later on I explained my situation to her, and after that I did get the healing, like. I got the stiffness went, and the aches went. But after that, but it says in there, says not to sow mixed seed in your field, and no man can serve two masters. So another time I got sick. I was I got physical sickness, and then I was getting dizzy all the time, and the doctor gave me some medication to stop the dizziness, and I didn't like it. Like it knocked me out half the time, and then but I came to the prayer line, and then I said it was John again. I said I don't believe that I can be healed, because the situation was so powerful with the sickness, and the offer of the doctors to help me was I lost my belief, like. So where it says you can't serve two masters, it's like you can whittle it down to serving one. So that I did that time, and then I think that's it. Thank you. John Bovis, will you go to prayer?